Team Decksmith, Dr. Chinstrap here, coming at you with another deck dossier. This one, I call Jeff Bezos. It's another original deck I've come up with. I call it Jeff Bezos because the Paradox brothers are both bald, and Amazoness Swordswoman is was the reason why I built the deck. So yeah, I just want to say I appreciate you checking out my video. I haven't put a lot of content out. The last format wasn't really that fun, so I didn't really deliver a lot of content. And with this channel, I really want to make sure the stuff I put in front of you is polished and stuff you can actually take to your locals and really have a good chance of winning some games. And I don't really want to post any chafe. I want to make sure we have some good content. And I really appreciate all the people who are here watching. I'm just taking time out of my day. I'm just a man in my kitchen talking about a card game, and you're just another carbon-based life form taking time out of your day to watch the video and talk about a game we love. And I really appreciate you taking the time to click on my video. So getting started, the skill is Beware the Brothers Paradox. Really neat skill. You can't play an extra deck with that, so don't accidentally get in trouble playing. You know, a lot of people play the fake out, waking targets. Can't do that here. No problem though. To flip the skill up, you have to reveal a Gate Guardian piece, and you get the following effects. You can normal summon a level 7 monster for 1 less tribute. You can tribute 1 level 7 monster using just 1 tribute, which is pretty cool. Gives you value for monsters that normally wouldn't really be playable. You can attack an additional time, which is kind of the whole idea of the deck in the first place. We really want to abuse your additional attacks. The only thing is, when you make the additional attack, it has to be on monsters. So that's one thing to be wary of. But you know, you obviously construct your deck to do that optimally. And then you can't deal any burn damage. So that we get around that with our main attackers. So we're playing 3 Sangha of the Thunder. He's gonna be your only Gate Guardian piece. He's gonna flip up your skill for you. So I was kind of in a balancing act when I built this deck. I wanted to get the abilities from the skill, but I didn't want to brick on too many of the big guys. So, you know, I still wanted to be able to play if I didn't draw him. And, you know, obviously he's really strong by himself, but it's kind of like a balancing act. So I ended up going through different phases of the deck. Do I want to play, you know, a 4th one, or do I want to play one of each to kind of play around like Mind Crush, because that's a card people play, and ended up just landing on just play 3 Sangha. He's the biggest one. If they Mind Crush you, they're going to Mind Crush you anyway and blow you out. So just play the biggest one, because what you're going to do, let's go ahead and talk about the other attacker. You have 3 Amazoness Swordswoman, really 5, because we're playing the 2 Rhoda. But the way the deck wants to play is you want to, with your additional attack, you're going to want to either go under with her. If you don't know, she has the ability, whenever she fights, any battle damage you would take, your opponent takes instead. So it's kind of like our loophole getting around the no burn part of the skill. What we're going to look to do is we're playing a lot of like battle tricks to kind of give her um, keep her alive or make the monsters we attack with Sangha smaller and double attack them or this or that. So really good. I built the deck to really counter Cyber Angels because it is one of the more powerful decks right now, and just being able to have a lot of cards that they can't deal with, especially in their main board, um, was something I was looking to do, and I love this card. I've always wanted to find a way to break it in Speed Duel. It was broken in Duel Links, um, so I wanted to find a way to really crack it. And this is as bad as close as I've gotten, um, but I definitely want to change this this ratio. Next, we have the one Amazoness Spy. Really, with all your warriors, we're going to look at it as playing 3 because you play the 2 Rhoda. So, yeah, you only play the 1, but, when you need it, because there are some cool lines with her, you can typically find it. I would I'm never taking this out as a 1-of. It's so good for what I'm trying to do. So she's kind of obscure if you don't know. So basically, you can reveal another Amazoness from your hand, and then special summon her, and then which is really good for being able to like play around like creature swap, because that's going to be the main way people are going to want to get rid of your guys. So you can kind of end on like you can reveal Swordswoman, and let's say you have a Kasanga, you can like reveal her special, normal the Swordswoman, reveal the Sangha, tribute that, so you end on both of them. So they have to. This is a lot of pressure, because even if they like, okay, widespread your guy, and you attack with her, she's still getting through, or you still just have more bodies. There's not a lot of decks that I really like putting out more than one body like that, and it's just a lot of good pressure. And she also has the ability where if she dies in battle, you can add back an Amazoness from your graveyard back to your hand or shuffle it back in, which is just good. So it doesn't come up that much, but it technically could be a 4th copy of Swordswoman. Or if you're in the deck out war, which I love to get into, being able to get up in that is kind of nice. Next are the other monsters. So when I was picking the monsters for this deck, I wanted my cards to have gravity. So when I summon them, my opponents are going to want to use their defense on it and try to get value, try to bait out back row, and then once they use their back row on these monsters, like a Book of Moon or Floodgate or anything like that, once they use their removal on this, then I can reveal Sangha, tribute over it, and still keep the pressure going and get value off my additional normal summon. So for starters, we got 2 Breaker. Just good back row removal. It's not as good at the moment because the Gearfried, the Red Eyes Gearfried, is taking a stranglehold on the format, and Blast with Chain is everywhere. So you need to be careful with your breaker, but a smart breaker is really good to be able to clear back row and then tribute over with a Sangha, or he's just a 19 body, just to force his way over the Gearfried is still really good. So I'm liking him as a 2-of in the deck, and then my next 3-of is a DD Warrior Lady. Just being able to search it. It's not amazing into Cyber Angel searching it with Rhoda, but obviously if you draw it, you set it, they don't know you have it. It's really strong, and sometimes just being able to search it to. I don't have to explain how good DD Warrior Lady is. Just good utility. Like, even if you tack into like a Wall of D to be able to get her out of there, attacking over Red Eyes Babies. Just great removal. Great card. I'm doing that a lot in my decks lately, especially when I play Rhoda, just kind of making one of my 3-0s a 1-of DD Warrior Lady just to be able to find her. That's becoming a little trend with me lately. Next, a little Warrior package. Got the Donzalug and the Exile Force. Exile Force, kind of the same idea as Breaker. When you summon it, they're going to want to Book of Moon it so you don't get its effect off, and then you contribute it off with Sangha, and of course, just good removal. Clearing baby, dragons, clearing just threats. It's just good to have. Donzalug is probably the 20th card in this deck, but I will say every time I've taken him out, I've missed him. And when I get into the battle tricks part of the deck and explain that, like, he works really well with those cards. Just being able to, in an open game state, kind of force the issue, force out things, just get early advantage. I wouldn't cut this. I really like playing the 1-of, just being able to find it with Rhoda. Really good card, and again, it kind of fits that gravity. Like, okay, I don't want them using their removal on my Sangas and my Amazon Swordswoman. I want those to stick on the board. So you summon this guy and attack in an open game state, or get your double attack with him, like you boost him up, or you shrink like one of their monsters down and double attack it. Really good value. Another good card that has gravity, and it also has synergizes with the double attack theme that we're trying to pull off here. Next, we're gonna move on to the Half Shut and the 1 Berserk Scales. Both these cards kind of fit the same card roll. Half Shut's the best one though. But basically this is gonna be like our attack modifying, like, battle tricks suite. Half Shut is especially good. Really good with Amazon Swordswoman, making her small, making sure she can't die in battle, and running into a big creature and just dealing a lot of damage and usually winning. This is usually what you're searching for, these to win that way. Or with the Sangha, they have a face-up attack position monster. Target it with this, attack it twice, make it small, deal a ton of damage. Berserk Scales, kind of still, like I said, same card roll. Not as good as Half Shut, but I like that you can make Sangha huge and attack over something, or attack over 2 guys and kill them. Or if you put this on, like, the Amazon Swordswoman, it makes her big to kill over a threat, like it's anything in your way, and then it makes Amazon Swordswoman smaller, brings it down to 500. So now her ability is even more scary, So I like this card as a 1-of. Just good synergy with the deck as a whole. The next 2 cards, I wanted to have coverage versus Gearfried, because the way the format's coming on, forming right now, it's really 3 decks that you really want to make sure you can handle. Of course, any kind of Red Eyes Gearfried variant, Cyber Angels, and the Bountiful Ocean deck is just a really good value deck that's popular and played a lot. And this is just to help with the Gearfried matchup, because they have good removal, and you just kind of want to, all right, well, if you're staring down Gearfried and some back row, having one of these helps a lot, just to be able to clear them. That way, the Blasphemy chains that they drew aren't live, and you can kind of get in and get damage, get in, get out, kind of thing. So these are really good. Rhoda going to 2 helped a lot, letting us be able to play the Offerings to the Doomed, and then increase the increase the consistency of the deck. So really, really happy they unlocked that. And Hammer Shot's just good. It's a good card right now. So next, I'll go to the sideboard. I do side the extra Hammer Shot for when you know you're going second. I just wanted to minimize breaking, like on you open a bunch of Hammer Shots, you know, when you're going first and you just have dead cards in your hand, cards that, you know, just way better going second, so extra one of those. And then I play one Doggeran, which it's not immediately obvious why you play this, but it's just respect for stall decks, really. If your opponent's like walling up with a lot of defensive guys, to be able to, if you're kind of getting in that grind state where it's like draw pass, and they have a lot of bodies, and you can't really get through safely, just to be able to give them a Doggeran, and then with Amazon Swordswoman, attack it, and then half shut the Swordswoman and kill them that way. It's just good to have, and it comes up in some matchups, so I just don't want to be without it. Next, two more Warriors just for the toolbox. I'm playing the one Sage just as like, it synergizes with the double attack, and at the in a damage step, and when she fights, she pops a back row, which is just good value. It comes up in some like back row heavy matchups. And then the Vampire Hunter, just a good warrior tech, and it synergizes with the double attack. I like this card a lot. Against Gear Free, another way to be able to, like, you know, kill Gear Frees, Red Eyes Babies, just any heavy dark deck. Pretty clutch. And then for the last two side spots, I have two Curse Sealed. This is, the deck already plays good into Cyber Angel. This is really for, I'm still bringing this in against Cyber Angel, don't get it twisted, but I put this in the sideboard really for the Bountiful Ocean deck. Just resolving this against Umi is just sickening. So just a really game breaking card. So I really wouldn't change that. But yeah, that's the deck dossier. I really appreciate you taking the time to watch the video. The channel's gotten like a little bit over 100 subscribers, so it just means a lot to have people enjoy the content, and you know, we don't really have that big of a community, but if I can help grow it and, you know, share some cool decks that I've built and had a lot of fun playing, it's a win-win for everybody. But anyway, hey, I'm signing out. It's Dr. Chinstrap, Team Decksmith. You have a good day.